Jackson State made sure to let FAMU know y'all ain't come up in my trap and get this thing. We ain't going out like that. No, sir. Yeah, there's a lot of chitter-chatter going on about this daggone game and who was going to win leading up to kickoff. And when I tell you this thing it was popping out there today in them stands, sitting there watching Jackson State and FAMU go at it. And I just got to run down exactly some of the things that I saw because some of the comments a couple of folks left me in the previous show had me scratching my head. We're going to talk about it right after this. Your favorite coach back at it again. 10 toes down, about to tell you how it all went down. This is Tomorrow Leader Sports Network with your host, Coach Walker. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you get all upcoming videos. For all my leaders out there, welcome back. Y'all know the drill. Y'all know the routine. If you haven't done so already, please like, comment, and share these videos. And tap in a friend or two and tell them to come on in. It's nothing but positive vibes. We're just having a good time talking about HBCU sports. And don't forget, you can follow us on all social media platforms. The links are listed down below in the description. And also, guys, guess what? We got the membership rolling right about now. So if you haven't become a member, make sure you click that join button. Become a member of the channel. It's only going to cost you probably $2. It's nothing strenuous at all. But I got some things that's going on over there for the members over there on that side of the water. So y'all make sure y'all go ahead, tune in, tap in, tell a friend to come on in. Go on and jump on in over there too. But looking at this game, I got to be honest with you. Both teams left some points out there on the field. I'm gonna start off early and quick with this because, man, them daggone turnovers are irritating my nerves. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. QB1 over there for Jackson State, Jacoby Morgan. You had me a little. What can I say? Blood pressure through the roof. I'm just going to be honest with you, guys. I'm just going to be honest with you. You had my blood pressure through the roof. You see, I can't even say it correctly. That's how fired up I was watching this thing. I'm like, come on, man. You can't put the ball on the ground. Remember, I said that. They're going to come looking to strip the ball in this game. Why? Because everybody's been talking about them not having any turnovers, and that's the one thing that they did in the previous game was started creating turnovers for their team to get in there and win games. Unfortunately, they weren't able to put them points up on the board when they was able to get those turnovers in the game against Jackson State, which kind of, you sat back and said, you had to woosah just a little bit. But Jackson State was able to do the same thing as well. But the thing is, you talk about perfect timing. Oh, Jackson State got them turnovers at the right time. I ain't gonna talk about that just yet, but yeah, gotta get those fellas their props on that as well. I saw a new face in this game, actually rushing the ball, Mr. Amiri Matthews, who had 2 touchdowns on the day. This young man is like that battering ram. Now I'm gonna say something out of character that I think some of you guys might get a little bit offended with me saying it, but I say it in a positive light. That young man kind of reminds me of Savion Wilkerson running the ball for Jackson State a couple years back when he was there. That young man, I'm telling you, he get up in that hole, he is a load to bring down. And trust me, if you ain't getting up underneath your shoulder pads like he's getting up underneath his, guess what? He's going to mow you down. That's all I'm going to say. But I will say the man of the hour was none other than Irv Mulligan, who rushed the ball 18 times for 139 yards. He had 1 touchdown, had 1 rushing touchdown as well. The Jackson State defense. And, salute to the big uglies up front because y'all opened them daggone holes up for Mr. Mulligan to get out there and do his thing. And I'm glad to see he was able to get things shaken out there on the field today. Coach T.C. Taylor, I know I might be asking for a little bit too much, Coach. Please forgive me. I just got to ask, though. Man, is there any way y'all can find a way to get Mr. Terrell in a couple of more packages where he's able to get that ball and get loose in that offense? Because, man, that speed going to hurt somebody. Between him, Dupree, Fortillion, and Mulligan, oh my God. And I mentioned Moultrie. I've been waiting to see Moultrie get loose. I've seen him, a couple of plays here and there, which is cool. Kickoffs and things of that nature. That's all right. I know he was injured. You're trying to bring him along. I'm cool with all of that. I can be a little patient with that. But True Thompson came through for the folks today on that defensive front. Not only that, but Joshua Nobles and them linebackers, Reed Pulliam and Javarius Jenkins. Oh my goodness. I like the linebacker play this season. Folks did get a little twisted in the wind, a little lost on a couple of plays out there on the field. But when it counted, you guys got out there and made the necessary plays that you need to make sure that the defense was able to get a ball back to the offense for them to finally get some things shaking and baking and put some more points up on the board. Because, like I said before, when I sat there saw that 20-21, I was like, all right, guys, come on. It's time to go ahead and kick this field goal and get some things shaking because honestly, truly, I thought Jackson State was going to come down the field and kick this thing up a notch before they kicked the first field goal. I was like, God, dog, they didn't put the 7 up on the board. I was like, all right, defense got to hold on because you already know, fam, you going to come out there and try and shake and bake and make some things happen because ACI Cobb for FAMU, listen, Mr. Richardson was firing that young man. He had 3 receptions on the day for 92 yards, 2 touchdowns. Matter of fact, Mr. Gassett, another receiver for the FAMU Rattlers, he had 4 passes for 64 yards and a touchdown reception. Remember, guys, I stated in the pregame, I said these two players were going to be the two that was going to come out there and act a fool out there on the field. But I also stated, too, about them daggone tight ends. Listen, I gotta give credit where credit is due. I didn't see where the tight ends was out there killing. Killing is such a bad word. Oh, my goodness, Lord, forgive me for saying killing. It's Sunday. I'm sorry. I didn't see where the tight ends for FAMU was able to do any serious damage against the linebackers in that game where it would really screw up the coverage, keeping Jackson State from, preventing FAMU from, just being able to do whatever the heck it was that they wanted to do. So I'm kind of glad that they were able to, stalemate them from doing anything out of sorts out there on the field. Now, I will say I was looking for the rushing game for the Rattlers to be, be a little more true than what it was in this game. What I mean by true is that somebody's going to be able to get out there, tote that rock, and do what they need to do. I'm talking about spark the offense where Daniel Richardson didn't have to turn into Superman when the ball was first kicked off. I mean, yes, you had Thad Franklin Jr., he rushed the ball 15 times for 63 yards. And I definitely was looking for Kelvin Deal. I was looking for him to get out there and do something in this game because I believe this young man, I think this is going to be the last time he competes against Jackson State. So I was hoping he was going to leave his stamp in this game, and that just didn't happen. But you know what? Mr. Richardson definitely was out there a wizard with that ball. That young man threw the ball 28 times, completed 19 for 248 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, and had a couple of fumbles in this game. When I state that, Jackson State, I stated early that the defense stepped up at the right time to make some things shake, to get some things cooking for Jackson State to go ahead and take the lead over again and start pushing this thing forward. Now, they were able to force 2 critical turnovers in this game, in which one was True Thompson forced Daniel Richardson to fumble the ball, which Phillip Webb was able to scoop and score that fumble and put Jackson State up 26-21, which Irv Mulligan was able to go ahead and get the 2-point conversion to go ahead and get that 7-point lead in the game. Give it up to Jackson State because they came out and they forced a second fumble once FAMU got the ball again on the next possession when they got the ball in the game, in which that led to another touchdown that sealed this game away, allowing them to go ahead and score that last touchdown. Miriam Matthews was able to put the cherry on top for Jackson State to go ahead and get that last touchdown score to go ahead and push this game up 35-21. Now, funny thing is, I was looking at, when I talk about numbers, right? I got to get to the numbers part because someone was telling me, like I stated in the previous show about the numbers, stating that, we could take these numbers and throw them out the window. And the reason why I say that because of the fact that, one, from a defensive standpoint, FAMU hadn't really taken off as far as with the turnovers and things of that nature. But in the last few games, they've been able to turn teams over and start adding that additional statistic to their stats for the season from a defensive standpoint. And another thing I was talking about, like as far as the offense, had to wait and see exactly how that was going to go for Jackson State with them having the number 1 offense, averaging 31 points a game. Well, guess what? Today they averaged 35. I had someone did say that, they started about, Coach, they agreed with the logic, but they didn't agree with everything that I had to say, and that's fine. I don't have a problem with anyone disagreeing with anything that I have to say because guess what? We all have our own views and opinions on certain things, so I'm fine with that. But I will say this, one thing for certain, Jackson State found a way to get it done, especially with that front 7. That front 7 is crazy up there. I mean, you got Jeremiah Williams, True Thompson, you got Joshua Nobles, you got Reed Pulliam and Javarius Jenkins. And I know I'm missing a couple of more guys, but hey, guess what? To all of the defensive players on the Jackson State side of the ball, you guys got out there, showed y'all ass today, letting FAMU know that you weren't going to go down without a fight. And the funny thing is, I looked at the numbers from last year's OBC, compared them to this year's game, and I'm going to tell you, they look so eerily similar in certain categories. It's crazy. I got to put them up for you to see them. That coach like to look at that type of stuff when it comes to games to get an understanding of, okay, what exactly is it that we can expect from this thing? Because expectations was high for both teams, Jack State as well as FAMU, for someone to come out the victor in this game. There can only be one victor. But the thing is, when you're looking at, when you size it up both teams, and yes, both teams lost players from last season, and they gained new players coming into this season. The thing is, you want to look at just how things, how close in proximity are these teams when it comes to the tail of the tape when it's all said and done. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, when you look at these numbers, you can see how things have flipped as far as the game last year when FAMU beat Jackson State compared to this year when Jack State beat FAMU. I mean, the number, the time of possession, and just different statistical categories you have to see. Both teams played phenomenal ball in this game, but again, only one winner can come out this thing. FAMU got to find a way to get that rushing attack going. I thought there was going to be some other running backs that was going to be able to, get off in this game, and it just didn't happen. It just didn't happen to help Richardson get those chains moving. I mean, that young man, you're asking for a lot from him. And again, he took a couple of shots out there on the field. One, I was wondering if he's going to get up and get back out there, ready to play. And he was able to come back out there and do his thing out there on the field. But for FAMU, their defense, Nyron Jenkins and Deco Wilson, hey, they played like their hair was on fire in this game. I mean, they did whatever they could for, on the defensive side of the ball to try to help the Rattlers win this game. Can't forget about Bolin, who also got the interception in the game. He should have had two, but I believe he should have had two, but he dropped one. So now we got to play the wait game and see how everything goes for the remaining of the season. FAMU plays Southern University next week, who just beat Alcorn State to take over the lead over on the west side of the division in the SWAC Conference. And you got Jackson State, who goes to see Bethune-Cookman, who won against Mississippi Valley State today. Next weekend, Jack State is the head team on the east side division. We're going to see how everything shapes up with this thing. But like I stated before, hey, everybody got to keep their eyes on the main thing. The main thing is the main thing. And things can get ugly real fast if you don't pay attention to what's going on and you're in the driver's seat. Leave your comments below. Let me know how you feel about this game and how it played out and what your team did or didn't do, or what you expected or felt they should or should not have done. Leave your comments below. But guys, like I said before, if you have not tuned in, tapped in, told a friend of a friend to come on in, to like, share, subscribe to this channel, what you waiting on? Let's go ahead and make this thing happen. And also, make sure you got your post notification bells turned on so when I drop this content, you get it. Before I go, let me let y'all in on something. That was one person that got that daggone score right. Yes, sir. There was one person that got the score right. Charles Alexander, 3689. Please make sure you send me your contact information to TLSNINFO@gmail.com. Again, TLSNINFO@gmail.com. I need to reach out to you about something. But, also, if you guys have not subscribed to the website, make sure you go over to TLSNSportsNetwork.com and subscribe to the network, all right? Not to the network, to the website. I'm sorry. If you have not subscribed to the website, please make sure you go to TLSNNetwork.com. Guys, Coach going to go ahead and get up on out this thing. But until next time, be the one and lead.